In 2001, I started this business. I opened a bank account and I put $1,000 in it, and I crossed my fingers to see what would happen. The $1,000 was eaten up in advertisement costs for a 6-week meditation program that was being offered. And the fact that the $1,000 didn't last longer than a few months, and that the business would cost me thousands to run throughout the years, that really didn't matter because I was teaching meditation. And it was an honor for me to do so at whatever cost, and it continues to be an honor today, of course. I'm very, very grateful to be able to teach meditation, to be able to call myself a meditation instructor. And now the center is paying for itself, which allows me to teach even more rather than having to work outside of the center to sustain its existence. And I know this is happening for more and more people throughout the country, throughout the world. The Meditation Learning Center was started because of the need in the Phoenix, Arizona area where I live for a meditation community. Things are quite different now, and there are more and more people interested in meditation and mindfulness. And today we can go into schools and businesses and talk and teach about meditation. Things have changed greatly in the past 15 years since the start of the Meditation Learning Center. Now, around 4 years ago, we branched off into teacher training. In other words, we began teaching people how to teach meditation. We started locally here in the Phoenix area and eventually realized that even the local people appreciated having the videos and to be able to do the work at home at their own, on their own time frame. And eventually, we made the program an online platform and offered it and are offering it throughout the world. Before starting the online programs, the Meditation Learning Center was simply a place for people to practice and learn, and it was a facility that organized retreats and gatherings of many different kinds. None of this has really changed. We have grown in the expansion of the online education program, and that's really the only difference. We still offer retreats and things like this. Now, about myself, I've always been a musician, and I practice guitar diligently, sometimes 6 hours a day or even more. And I was very serious about guitar, particularly jazz guitar. And I knew that if I wanted to reach my goals that I had intended for myself as a guitarist, I would have to practice, and practice constantly. In the music business, if you don't practice your instrument, the musician can lose their chops, so to speak. Losing your chops means that you get rusty, that things are not going as smooth for you as when they did when you practice your instrument a lot, that kind of thing. So if you had practiced every day, everything would be fine. And I took this literally in everything I did in music. And when I started working and learning meditation and started practicing meditation, I practiced consistently as well, meaning that I practiced every day. And even to this day, I tell my students, if you practice constantly, you'll be able to consider yourself a meditation practitioner without any problem or without any hesitation, and you will be a meditation practitioner. And the same can be true in other areas of meditation, as far as teaching and things like this. Now, before establishing the Meditation Learning Center, I always had an interest in meditation, and I had a pretty good practice going, even though I didn't have a direct teacher growing up in the Midwest because one wasn't available. I did do a lot of reading on the subject, and I became interested and involved in meditation retreats, particularly retreats abroad. And I ended up going to Thailand and connecting with a teacher there that would change everything for me. I ended up going to Thailand the very first time I landed in Bangkok. I was going to go south and do some vacationing, but I ended up going north. Something just pulled me up north into the Chiang Mai area, if you're familiar with Thailand. And Chiang Mai is a little bit more cool, the temperature's cooler, and it's in the mountains. And anyway, I ended up there, and I ended up at a meditation retreat. It was run by 6 different teachers, and there were about 100 people attending the retreat. I was the only Westerner, so they assigned a teacher to me. That was my own private teacher because he spoke very good English. Ajahn Pearl was originally an artist who turned meditation teacher and who is very much awake. He had such a gift for explaining things in a simple way that he made complete sense to me. He taught Buddhist insight meditation and did it in such a way that it was so easy to understand. So all I had to do really was to practice, and that's what I would do. I would practice. I would meditate all day and all night while in Thailand. It was like kind of like an immersion course for me. I felt very connected to my teacher. I would go to Thailand after meeting him. I would go every October and every April, and I did this for about 6 years. And then one time, upon leaving Thailand, my teacher suggested that I actually start teaching meditation myself when I get back to the States. I agreed to do so, but had no idea how to start, of course. But upon returning to the States, I got lucky. One of my trips after visiting Thailand, I returned and I met a friend of mine who's a yoga instructor who also owned a yoga studio. And he asked me what I was doing in Thailand, and I said I'm learning meditation, and I told him a little bit about it, the techniques we were using and what we're doing. And he asked if I would teach meditation in his studio, and I said, of course. So I started teaching on Saturday mornings at the Intervision Yoga Studio in Chandler, Arizona. And this went on for a while, and that's how I got my start teaching. And then one thing led to another, including eventually starting the Meditation Learning Center and recently the Meditation Teacher Training Program. So I attended many retreats in Thailand and had an opportunity to learn a lot by watching teachers, and I helped run the retreats eventually. One thing I did notice that was quite astonishing to me that were the changes that seemed to happen to these mainly the young boys that would make come to the retreats. They would come in defiant and not really ready and not wanting to be there, really reluctant, and probably asked by their parents or by their grandparents to attend the retreat, which is part of the tradition in Thailand. So if somebody dies or if somebody wants to make merit, the young can be asked to go on retreat and to meditate maybe for the deceased, or to do right as opposed to doing something that we might have done wrong. Particularly the young men or the young boys that would come into these retreats, they would make incredible transitions from a defiant, problematic teenager to a very loving and open person. This is when I would see this is when I truly decided that meditation was beneficial and it should be shared more in our world. I now feel, truly blessed to be able to teach meditation because I see it, how it benefits others, and I see how it benefits myself, in fact. I learned so much about the practice of meditation just simply by teaching it. When we are in a situation where we have to explain something in detail to another person, it adds a whole new meaning to our understanding of the topic. And this is particularly true in the world of meditation. So to be able to teach others meditation is truly a gift. It's a gift for the teacher, and it's a gift for the student as well. And teaching meditation to others has been like a dream come true for me. And it's even more exciting for me to provide this dream for others. It's a wonderful feeling that I get on a daily basis from the students out there that express the gratitude and excitement about teaching meditation to other people. It's a wonderful feeling. So please stay with this program until its end. Even if you have a minor interest in teaching meditation, or if you're looking for a way to maybe make your life more complete by going deeper into your meditation experience, you'll gain from this program. I can guarantee that. And it's no cost. There's no cost on your part. But at the end of each class, you'll have opportunities to ask questions and to participate with comments, as well as take a few, what I would say, interesting quizzes that I've set up for you. I once again welcome you to this program. It's my sincere hope that you'll enjoy and learn from it, and hopefully find inspiration and find a successful meaning in determining whether or not meditation instruction is a part of your path. So we need more meditation teachers out there in the world. We really do. And perhaps you're one of them. So stay with the program and let's find out.